Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
So I was a special guest at Game Central Station in Winder, Georgia. I gotta thank Tony and Shane for putting on an awesome event. But at that event, I did what's called the paperclip challenge.
The paperclip challenge.
So my paperclip challenge was I was going to exclusively trade video games and video game related stuff for a low value game all the way up to a high value game.
So which game did you start your challenge with?
So my very first game I was starting with was Duke Nukem 64, retailed at about $25. And my goal was to go around and talk to all the awesome vendors that were at Game Central Station and see who would be willing to trade up for me. I researched games that people will want to buy from you at a video game convention. And these specific games that I traded were all the exact ones that were on that list.
So you Googled it?
Mm-hmm, basically. I knew going into the event, there was a couple games I needed on the list. Worms Armageddon or Goemon's Great Adventure. One of those I was coming home with that day with the paperclip challenge.
When you got to Game
Central Station. Mm-hmm.
Did you seek out which game you would be attempting to trade up for?
I did. So when I got to the convention, I was able to scout the tables a little bit, see if there was any games that I wanted that were on the list. And unfortunately, Worms Armageddon was not there. There was a lot of people selling Nintendo 64 games, but no Worms Armageddon. There was only one game that I needed on the list that was there at the convention, and it was Goemon's Great Adventure. It's a $100 game, and I thought that was absolutely doable. The very first trade that I did was Duke Nukem 64 for Mortal Kombat 4 on the Nintendo 64.
Would you do that trade with me? All right, man, I appreciate you. Wish me luck on this. Maybe I'll be back with like a $100 game for you. All right, thank you.
I went from a $25 game up to a $30 game, and I have to thank Donna and her husband for scoring me that first kickoff of a deal.
Where did it go from there?
Dude, I think you can make it happen.
I think we're trying. I think I'm gonna go for Goemon's Great Adventure, which is $100. If I can make it happen, we'll be good.
Is there a coffee here?
Yeah, it's right over here.
Dude, Andy, make it happen.
I'm gonna try.
So after I had Mortal Kombat, I went around the venue looking for a $35 title because now I was at 30 bucks. So I had no idea if anybody would even trade me Mortal Kombat 4, and I found an awesome vendor that hooked me up with Gauntlet Legends.
It's pretty close. There's Gauntlet Legends at 35. Would you do that 35 trade? Yes? All right, guys. We've got Mortal Kombat for 30 and Gauntlet Legends at 35. Thank you, sir. There is your Mortal Kombat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's good enough. Keep going.
Once I hit $35, I was like, okay, I can do this, but this has taken a long time. So after going to multiple tables, I ended up with the same vendor that was holding Goemon for me in this big box. He had an Ocarina of Time that had a little bit of label damage done to it, but it was okay because he was gonna give me $40 worth of value. And it's a Zelda game. So I was like, once I got Zelda, I'm good to go.
You good with that?
Dude, I think that someone will want to trade that one up again. Okay. Oh no!
Can't do it.
Oh no!
Take it back.
Oh no! Is it damaged?
No, that's good.
Okay, all right, buddy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, man. So we're doing Gauntlet Legends for Zelda, and we're gonna see where we go with this.
And where did you go?
Nowhere, because nobody wanted Zelda that was scratched. So I felt like I made a bad trade.
At this point, did you feel like you weren't going to be successful in your challenge?
100%. I was pretty certain that I was not going to be able to make this happen because I feel like when I made that trade for Legend of Zelda, I was stuck in that $40 range for an hour or more.
Did you get lunch during this time?
I did, in fact. That's a cut too, because we went and we had barbecue and they gave us a voucher for free food. So now we'll come back and I'll say, yum, yum.
All right, guys, during the break time, I found a bunch of rascals out here. And can we say thank you to Game Central Station for hooking us up with some food vouchers to eat some tasty grub.
Yum, yum.
All right, guys, update time. I am here with Joe. Joe has just helped me out. Yoshi's Island, we are going to trade off for Super Mario Party 2 on Nintendo 64. We are getting closer to the goal, and hopefully we get there. Thank you again, Joe. I appreciate it, man.
Someone finally traded me a $45 game for my $40 Yoshi's Island game, and it was Mario Party 2 on the Nintendo 64. That was a big win. I hadn't moved $5 for like an hour.
Guys, I'm here at Game Central Station with Nintendo. Sup? Dude, I am doing a paperclip challenge. Okay? I started with Duke Nukem 64 for $25, and now I'm up to Super Mario Party 2. I'm trying to get Goemon's Great Adventure for $100. Do you think I'm sturdy that I can do this?
I think you're halfway there.
Right? Some of the ones, 45 and 50, that's the same amount.
It's a swap. It's a shop and a swap.
That's right.
I haven't seen a lot of shop swapping going on.
I'm trying to swap.
You're the only guy you're swapping.
At one point I was like, if I made $50 then I'd be okay, but I needed something for my N64 score, which I only had like 9 games left. And Goemon's Great Adventure was the one I needed. So I knew I was SOL if I didn't move that needle. So this is where things started to really get better for me. Right after I did the $45 trade, I immediately got a $50 trade for... It's a very unique game. It's out of Thailand. It's called Stupid Flies. No, I was at $45. And someone helped me out, Gabby again, because no one wanted my Mario Party 2, and helped me trade for like a Vita NC-17 anime porn game.
Guys, I am now up to a Vita game.
Oh, dude.
Senrai Kagura.
Dude, that game is a little, that game's a little
Risque?
risque.
Do you think somebody would trade risque games?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, good.
I honestly haven't played it. I don't think it's full nudity, but it's like, there's a lot of sexual content there. But it was worth $50 because Vita is sought after.
What were you looking for in particular vendors when you asked them to trade you?
So a lot of the times I needed something that was unique. I needed something that was sought after, but not common. So a lot of the times I found myself in a really hard spot because most people just want to trade you common for common, when really I needed a $5 bump every time I tried to do a trade. So this Vita game was one of those unique ones where a complete Vita game goes for a lot more than just a loose Nintendo 64 game. So I was actually on the right track there.
Oh, Mortal Kombat 2 for Game Boy. That's not a, would you be willing to do that trade? That's amazing.
So the Vita porn went to a wonderful vendor who specialized in like special edition Switch and Japanese video games. And they hooked me up with a Mortal Kombat Game Boy game, Mortal Kombat 2.
We are going to trade that for a Mortal Kombat 2 on Game Boy.
This is when I thought, hey, I've got a complete Mortal Kombat Game Boy game. This is gonna go good. No problems now at all.
So you're amped up. You're feeling good.
Yes, I'm good.
How much time is left of this convention?
So I'm probably at midday right now. So the convention started around 10 and I think I'm at like 2 o'clock. Okay, I've got like 3 more hours to make this happen. The clock is running. It's a one-day event and I'm like, I gotta make this happen. So I go back to my honey hole, Gabby, and I say, Gabby, here's the deal.
Said, hey, Gabby.
Said, hey, Gabby, what you doing here?
Hey, Gabby, what's the big surprise?
So Gabby again helps me out with a Wolverine comic book. This is where the tables turned not in my favor. Because I was excited. I had a $55 Mortal Kombat 2 game, and she was about to hook me up with a $75 Wolverine graded comic. And I was in a room full of nerds. And I thought, this is the one. I went around that convention and everybody gave me the same look. I said, would you trade this Wolverine comic book for a video game? And they're like, no. I don't want a comic book. I'm not a comic book collector. I would say the biggest mistake was picking up that Wolverine comic book because nobody did graded comics there.
Now to a graded Wolverine comic book. This is a 9.4 worth about $75. So we're getting close.
So I went around the convention for God knows how long with this Wolverine comic book. Everybody's making fun of me. Nobody wants a graded comic book. So you know what I did? I went back to Gabby and I said, hey, Gabby, this comic book don't work here.
What's up, PacRat? So you thought I was stuck with a Wolverine comic book? Well, I did way worse. I just swapped it out for Night Trap on PC because you know people are gonna love that one. So let's keep rocking. This is exhausting now, I'll tell you. I swapped this back out with the same boots because they've been awesome. And it's a PS1 Mini. Somebody's got to trade for this one. Yes.
I don't, at the moment, I don't have anything.
Do you want to buy it?
No.
$65.
For you, I'll do it.
Yay!
None of the vendors wanted a PlayStation console except for one attendee.
Thanks, dude.
With a suitcase full of money.
All right, guys, so we just did an awesome trade. We got the PS1 Mini traded for $65. We have cash so we can keep working on that paper clip challenge at $65. Thank you again, my friend. Enjoy your PS1.
Much appreciated, Pac.
All right, bye-bye.
With that trade, and I knew I needed to make it work. I needed to make it worth something.
Shame. Shame.
For shame.
Shame.
Retro Beard
Shame.
called me out and said, you can't just go to the man with a suitcase full of cash. And I said, I had to.
All right, guys, so at this point, we got to turn this into another game to trade. So let's see what we got here.
So this is where the story gets good. Things started to get weird because all of my friends told me to stop trading, and I didn't know why. Because I had now gone from $25 to a $70 game, and I felt like I was doing pretty good. But then I found out Goemon's Great Adventure sold while I was doing all this madness.
Get it. And then I decided I needed Goemon's Great Adventure for the N64 score. And unfortunately, the only one that was at the con also sold.
So the whole purpose for me to do this entire paperclip challenge and trade up for Goemon's Great Adventure was no longer in sight. I was like, what's the point of life? What's the point? If I can't get Goemon's Great Adventure on my quarter round wall at home of my most famous wall that everyone sees on YouTube, then why is life worth living?
So did you stop trading at that point?
No, because my friends were making fun of me, and when you know they're making fun of you, you know something's up. I could smell a rat. I could smell a dirty rat, and I knew at that point there was something up. I actually didn't. I continued to try to trade and they told me to please stop. For the love of God, we have a surprise for you. So this little gremlin macho man looking buddy of mine named Saturn Steve ended up stealing Goemon's Great Adventure from me.
So I bought that Goemon's Great Adventure. You already bought it?
Are you gonna tell him once he figures it out?
How? Because he did that to Matt in like his last video.
He bought it out from under my nose with the intent, though, to give it to me at the end of my paperclip challenge. So his worry was that I was going to continue to trade for Wolverine comic books.
Anyway,
Steve!
Eddie!
What? What do you have in your hand? No, you didn't.
Matthew Retro Wolf 88 would call this revenge.
Wait, did you buy it?
Yeah.
I have been working so hard since it was gone.
Any idea how hard I've been sweating bullets watching you trade legit stuff for comic books?
I legit, you know, honestly, I didn't.
Comic book convention?
If I was stuck at the Wolverine comic, I would have been okay. Because I like Wolverine.
Yeah, me too. So I was prepared
Yes.
to take a hit and trade you for that Wolverine comic.
Okay.
But,
So,
so,
are you trading that?
yeah, what do you got?
I have Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 2-game bonus disc. $70. Straight trade, $100.
How you feel about that?
Give a huge shout out to frickin' Saturn Steve. Link in the description of his channel.
Thank you so much.
Hook me up with Goemon. He's been holding it this entire time.
Whole time.
But I worked hard for it, right?
So did I. Because I watched this
Wait,
guy
when
do
did-
trade after trade after trade.
When did you buy it?
Oh,
How
like-
long have you
like
had it?
2 hours ago.
This is the
For our
best.
guy, Pac-Man.
This is the best ever. You guys are awesome.
Hey, real quick, do you want that Michael Jackson?
No, I don't. Goemon's Great Adventure, which he bought from the vendor, didn't tell me, made me do the entire trade challenge, but then at the end of the day, traded me my Zelda Master Quest for this guy, $830, and gave me a big hug. We embraced, and it was funny. I threw up in my mouth a little bit. And then he gave me Goemon's Great Adventure, which he bought from the vendor and made me do the trade as a laughing stock of Game Central Station for this guy right here. And you know what that means? I get to knock another game off the N64 score.